strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point by Patterson. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. First and 10. Here's Brady. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown. A great play there. 93 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson.
And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this a very, very short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shovel pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets through and they bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This is taken at the 23.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
On first down, it's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Play action. It's Smith. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended it. And it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play. On 2nd and 12, Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form. And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. Now a play fake. Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They get right to the receiver and help prevent that completion. Brady now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Back to Walker on first down. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a round is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On play action, it's Brady. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. For Kidder here, it's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. Down the right side, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that will bring out 3rd and 1. Here's Brady to throw.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He'll buy some time right.
He'll fire deep for Rager.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air. And, of course,
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. Oh, look at the juke. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
On 1st down, Brady. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to at least get one score back. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's got room. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Brady. But it's caught. Tompkins. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Brady going to go on 4th down. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Gino on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So attack on 3 more. This is a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried to think.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the track. After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark. Obviously, he's battled all the interceptions. Things just haven't been true form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. On play action, now Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you needed to get...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
Even with a big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by Patterson up and good.
And this one was where they wanted to go as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken way up at the 25. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Brady got to have this one. left side. It's complete.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady dancing to his left. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
There he goes, right side.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He's got a man, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing.
Oh, and this is going to wind up as safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The city always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be...
she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting, I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live.